Hello, it's Angus here at the Bureau of Meteorology. This is the weekly weather outlook, and we're going to waste no time. There's plenty happening this week. Now, let's take a look at our kickoff point. This is how the map looks around lunchtime on Monday. There's a cold front in the south, which will become a major player in the weather this week. Elsewhere, it's high pressure, meaning settled and warm across much of the country. And if I just bob out of the way here in the far northeast, you can see this spinning dot. That is Tropical Cyclone Lola, and we'll touch on that as well. But first things first, severe weather warnings associated with this front in the south. These are damaging wind warnings which have just been issued in the last couple of hours. A broad area of western South Australia as well as the central ranges of Victoria, the Grampians here and the Surf Coast could all be expecting winds of 90 or 100 kilometres an hour over a course of about the next 24 to 36 hours. So double check those warnings on our website if you are in those affected areas. Now, speaking of that front, let's see how it evolves. We're going to split this in half and look at the first couple of days, then the next couple of days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, this front is through Adelaide, Tasmania, Victoria as well. Then it's starting to push out into open waters towards New Zealand. But even as this front moves away, look at this chilly southwest flow that we have across the southeast of Australia. Showers, hail, gusty winds and really cold temperatures, particularly on Wednesday, feeling quite different to earlier in the week. It's a real wintry change for this part of the country. Not a lot of rain in store, generally single-digit rainfall totals around this part of Australia, but if you're in Western Tasmania, that might be more like 20 to 30 millimetres. Now let's look at the same thing, but we'll go the next few days, Thursday and Friday, and watch this cold wintry flow work its way up the eastern coastline through New South Wales, through Sydney with some showers and possible thunderstorms. We get the chilly winds up towards Brisbane and southeast Queensland by the end of the week as well. Really strong surge of wind up here to finish the week, and some slightly more notable rainfall totals as well. Could be associated with thunderstorms here. Now remember, we're talking Thursday, Friday here, widespread rain for eastern New South Wales and southeastern Queensland with some slight hints of some larger totals, 50 millimetres plus, certainly not out of the question for parts of the east, and with those heaviest falls likely to be associated with thunderstorms. Now let's take a look at the temperatures, really up and down across Australia through the course of this week, quite typical of springtime really. This is the temperature maximum for Tuesday, widespread 40s across the top of the country, a bubble of upper 30s through most of New South Wales, mid 20s a little further south. The cooler conditions spread from Adelaide across to the far southwestern tip, in behind that cold change, and then the next day, Wednesday, that cooler air spreads eastwards. Melbourne's down to 15, low teens. It's a really chilly one in Tasmania, and you factor in the wind, the showers, the hail. It's feeling even cooler than that. Elsewhere, still really warm, particularly northeast New South Wales. Check this out, 40 degrees in Grafton. I don't know if we've had many 40-degree temperatures in New South Wales this side of winter. This is certainly one of the first. Really, really warm there, and warm through Queensland as well. We'll continue to see the cold air spread eastwards into Thursday. Chillier day for Sydney at 19, Grafton 25. Still warm for Brisbane. They get that cooler burst of air by the end of the week, 24 degrees on Friday. At the same time, the warmth starting to build once again across Western Australia. With warmth and wind comes elevated fire risk. I'm not going to show you the whole week's fire danger, just pull out that peak day, that most dangerous fire day, which in this case is Wednesday. We've got this broad area of extreme fire danger for northern New South Wales. Watch out for fire weather warnings there and possible total fire bans. Large parts of the centre and the west of Australia are in that high fire danger rating, with a few more areas up towards extreme as well. The Barkly district here in Northern Territory, and a very small area, hard to see, near Perth, could be pushing extreme fire danger as well. That's probably enough about what's going on locally, but let's check out the neighbourhood, and we will see a tropical cyclone. Just to orient ourselves, this is Queensland here. This is about 2,500 kilometres away, and in our water vapour imagery we can see the circulation of tropical cyclone Lola. This storm was named yesterday by the Fijian Met Service. It sits in their area of responsibility, and in the last 24 hours it's intensified quite a lot. It went from a Category 1 storm to a Category 2 storm, and just in the last couple of hours it's now upgraded to a Category 3 storm. This is nothing to sniff at. This is a major weather system. Just to put some names on the places on the map, this chain of islands here is Vanuatu, and this one down here is New Caledonia. And over the course of the next day or two, we're expecting the cyclone to move southwards across some of the islands of Vanuatu with really strong winds and heavy rain, and towards New Caledonia by Thursday as well. Starting to weaken off. We are expecting this storm to really start to dissipate this weekend. It will bring some major weather to these islands, but importantly, it is staying a long way away from the Australian coastline, and we don't expect any major impacts on our weather here. So that's the wrap up for the week. Lots going on. you might want to double check the detail at our website, through our social media channels, and on the BOM Weather app.